Friends, brothers and sisters, welcome to Pathways of Hope, a daily reflection on the gospel and the hope that it brings to us in these times. My name is Ted and I'll be sharing some insights on the gospel for today. Today is Saturday, July 25, 2020, and the gospel reading for today is taken from the gospel according to Matthew, chapter 20, verses 20 to 28. In today's gospel, Jesus tells us about the greatness of service. And it is in answer to the request of the mother of James and John, a request that is very natural, that is even expected of a mother who wants the best for her sons. And the request was for her sons to sit at places of honor, one on Jesus' right and the other on his left. And in response to this question by the mother, Jesus posed a question. Are you able to drink the cup that I am to drink? By this, Jesus meant that if they wanted to be honored, they must be ready to sacrifice. When James and John answered that they are able to drink the cup, Jesus then tells them that the request of their mother to be honored is not something that was his to grant, but the Father's. It would have been interesting to hear James and John's response to Jesus' last statement, that even if they were willing to sacrifice, it would not necessarily mean that they would be honored. Jesus uses this occasion for a teaching moment for his apostles. He tells them what greatness really means and what service really entails. He reminded them of what the leaders of the world do. They lord it over others, and then tells them, you must do the opposite. Whoever would be great among you must be your servant. Greatness in service comes not from the exalted titles bestowed or sought, or in the prominence of roles occupied, but in the sacrificial giving that frequently means that one's service is unrecognized or that the servant is obscure. It is a bitter pill to swallow and a hard truth to confront, that true greatness comes not from exaltation but from humility. It is certainly not the way of the world, and that is precisely Jesus' point. In St. Ignatius' prayer for generosity, we are reminded of what it means to be generous. To give without counting the cost, to fight without heeding the wounds, to toil and not to seek for rest, to labor and not ask for reward, save that of knowing that we do all of these things because it is the will of the Father. These are also what it means to serve sacrificially. Sacrificial service that is aligned with the will of the Father is what we are all called to. When we do so, we will be honored by the words that every servant desires to hear when he or she comes face to face with our Master. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Master. I pray today for the grace to be able to serve as Jesus did, humbly and wholly, aligning my service with the will of the Father. I pray that you may be blessed as well with the same grace. Friends, if you have been made a little bit more hopeful by this commentary, please spread that hope around by sharing this with your friends. Again, this has been Pathways of Hope. Thank you for listening. God bless us all.